Yeah. So when you do that, the fingering there. So just again, you want to primarily you hear it and feel it, right? So you have the sensation, and so you're getting it nicely into now. But you want to, have the tactile sensation. You can feel it, right? Can you feel it? Like the hole is closed. It just really, and if you put that, when you put the index finger down, you curve that one and keep that one a little bit stiff, right? So then it just lands at the same time, and then you just flatten it to get your knee. Okay, that's right. So.
Going from pa?
Up from ga, upper ga. Ga re sa ni da pa. Okay, you remember you did that. Ga re sa ni da pa. And then ma ga re sa. Ni da. So ni da so ga re sa ni da pa da re sa re ga. Okay, remember you're not. No. So you gotta find what works for you. But for me, I say keep that index straight a little bit, but just make sure you can, it's the hole is partially closed because you got to bring those two fingers down at the same time, right? To get the note. You die again. Okay. Yep, the easy. Don't lose your paw though.
Okay.
And watch, like I said, sometimes make sure you don't, it depends on you, right? So there's very, to a certain extent, the flute is very individual, what works for your breathing. But like I said, I noticed that when you rotate, sometimes you're concentrating, you rotate the flute either inside more or away from you, right? So when you do that, what tends to happen is sometimes your pitch isn't as strong, right? Because where you're normally, your finger is going for the hole, since you've rotated the flute, you're not completely closing the hole. Yeah, so just be aware of that, and then once you get comfortable, then it won't be an issue, but just to be aware of that when it happens, Great, perfect, yep. Remember your come on me. That was just out, right?
So that's a normal, Shuddha knee.
Yeah, you put your knee. So that's Shuddha knee. Shuddha knee and come on knee. Remember, it's it's a da, half da closed.
So when I'm going down, it's still koma?
Yeah.
Oh.
Rag Kamaj, okay, so we have to recall that, so Kamaj Tat, right? So Kamaj Tat is, that's Kamaj Rag, but the Tat is all Kamaj, right? So each Tat, right, we start out with our Bilaval Tat, which we did Hamswani, all should notes, right? Then you have Yemen, then you have the Tivra Madhyam. And then we're going back to the Bilaval Tat, right? And then we're just modifying one note, we're just changing the knee to come on knee, right? And then of course all the rags are based off of that, right? So that's the sapat, right? That you may write down the sapat scale, and this is going to be the same, um, you know, yeah. So the sapat scale is going to. So let me actually, you know what? Why don't you put these maybe on a different page? Um, I would just go back maybe a little further, like, if you have a blank page, because I want to give you maybe we need about 3 to 4 pages actually for all this stuff. So these are going to be. I guess you can do it here.
Okay.
But so these are basically alankaras, right? And so with the alankaras, right, um, you can do right for now. We're doing kamats, right? But we'll just write them just in the should notes, right? And then whatever the tat is, right? So for example, if you're doing bhelavi, right? So it'd be like so kamoda. So all notes come on, right? Flat. But the padani, the architecture is the same. Just we're modifying the notes. So you can rewrite that for every time,
Right.
of course.
Right.
But we'll do it for now in Bilal, just for this, make it simple. Okay. So the first thing is a sapat, right? So it's just pada ni sa re ga ma pada ni sa re ga, right? From the lower pa up to the upper ga and back down. That's actually sapat. S-A-P-A-T. Sapat. Sapat. Yeah. Sapat. Which basically is the full range of the raga. So pada ni sa with the dot underneath, right?
Yeah.
Pada. Yeah, and then just straight up the scale.
And then knee is also.
Well, no, in this case, we're just writing it down.
Oh,
Just in the straight notes. Yep, with a dot under the knee, though, right? Lower octave. Dot, lower, to indicate the lower octave, yeah. Then re ga ma pa da ni sa. Dot over the sa. Dot over the sa, and then re ga. Yeah, and then just that you can do up and down.
then these are all still.
No, those are the main octaves, so those are not modified. Yeah. So that's our sapat, and you do that ascending and descending. Okay, so that's the sapat. Okay, now so first alankar we're gonna start out. We're gonna just do 2 notes. In fact, we can. I can cover these. We'll cover these in the bilaval, so you don't have to modify the fingering for now. Because I wanted to, like I said, this will be. We started out, going over the top scales, and now we're gonna go into alankaras, right? And eventually, you should do all these series of alankars. There's many different alankaras, right? So then this first one is gonna be 2-note alankar, right? So write this down. So we're gonna go da pa ni da sa ni. So da pa, da pa ni da sa ni re sa. Okay, so all the way up. So 1 note above. So da pa, ni da, sa ni. You put an extra da in there. It's only 2 notes, right? You sure?
Oh,
So
da pa ni.
yeah. So look. So this is da pa. Okay, that's right. I thought like ni da, sa ni. Okay. And then I was actually gonna type these out, but ni da, re sa, ka re. Maga, okay, etc. And then it goes up to the top. You don't need to write all the notes, right?
Yeah.
And then descending is going to be re ga, sa re, okay? Okay, re ga, sa re, ni sa, ta ni, okay? And then it's going to end, the last one's going to be pada. Okay? And that's the last one of the series. Hopefully that makes sense. We don't need to, so it's like pada.
So they are still the shuddha all.
For now, yeah. So this is
Okay.
this is 2 notes. So this is alankar, 2-note alankar. Okay?
Yeah.
We can go up to 16-note alankar. So it can get pretty complicated. But this is like so like this. So ta pa ni da sa ni re sa ga re ma ga pa ma ta pa ni da sa ni re sa ga re. Okay? Do a low octave. mi da sa ni re sa ga re, and then re ga, then re ga. Is it descending? Yep. Mi sa mi sa da ni pa ga ma re ga sa re mi sa da ni pa da. Yeah, good. Okay, so that's 2. Okay, try that again. And you can, if you want to try that in Kamachtat, so we're just going to lower the note. So it'd be like da pa mi da sa ni re sa ga re. Okay, we'll try that in Kamach. Yep. Okay, so let's move on. So this is 2 note, right? And so we'll leave a little gap because we can add some other ones, right? And then we'll do 3 note. So 3 note. Okay, and then there's now we get, as of course as we add more notes, we get more possibilities, right? So first one, we're gonna do pa da ni da ni sa from lower pa. So all the exercises are starting from the subpart range, right? So we're doing every one of these in the full range of the subpart. So pa da ni da ni sa ni sa re sa re ga ma should ma ga ma pa. Watch what's having the float again.
I think it's rotating.
Yeah. Keep going. You then ga re sa upwards. Don't jump octaves. Upwards. You jumped octaves again. Higher octave. Higher octave. Re sa ni. Good. Da da. Very good. Excellent. Yeah. Pa ma ga ma ga re sa ni da ma. Okay. Okay. And then you can I'm just gonna give you the basic here, and then you can fill it out yourself. Okay. And if you want to, you can rewrite these for each tot, right? So we're having a little gap there. So all these can be played with the tall. You're mentioning about getting the time better, the lay. So we can play this with tall. I'll show you about that. Okay, but that's our 3 note, and then descending. I'm just writing this. You can fill it in. It's gonna be ga re sa. Okay, ga re sa. Okay. So then we can also do 4. No, there's more 3, right? So we can do so in this case, so we can do all these variations, right? We'll just try this one first. So we're actually starting. We're starting from the 2nd note, right? So we're starting da 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 ni pa. Yep. So very good. Da ni pa. And then so can you figure it out? Da ni pa, right? Then what? Ni sa da. Yep, good.
Basically going.
So da ni. So da ni pa. Ni sa da. Sa re ni. Re ga sa. So a we'll play first. So I'll just, so let me just write this down here. There you go. So ga ma re ma pa ga ma pa ga da pa da ma da ni pa ni sa da no ni sa da ni sa da. Good, and then sa re mi sa re mi re ga sa re ga sa. Okay. Now we're gonna reverse it. We're gonna do re re sa ga. Sa re re. Yep, go all the way down. So. Awesome. Okay. So, anyways, so that's descending. So that's I mean, yes, re sa ga, okay, re sa ga, and then that's the same pattern right all the way down, right? Okay, and you can fill these in. Okay, so that's so we got 3 notes. So this is 1, and this is number 2, 3 notes. Okay, now so now I'll just show you. We got 2 more. Okay, so just the basic 4 note. Not too complicated. Just do 4 notes at a time, right? So da mi sa re mi sa. So remember sopan scale, starting from the lower pa. So da mi. Yep, there you go. Yep. So don't skip. So ga re sa ni re sa ni. So you're skipping sa ni da pa. Da pa ma ga. Sa ni ga re sa ni. Yep. Okay, and this, like you said, to work on the tall, you can do these in, say if you have ting tall, 1, 2. Da din din da da din din da da din din da da din da da din. Right, so you can do the same thing, single note. So first 1 note per matra, per beat, right? And then you double it. Right? Then okay, great. So that's 4. So just write that. And you remember that, but just write it down. 4 notes, and we're gonna add a bunch more of these. And generally speaking, like I said, you don't, as long as you know the pattern,
Yeah.
you have to write them all down. Let's
Yep.
do the descending. Okay, and then we'll give you 1 more here. So this is a bit different. This is, you could say it's the 8 note alankana, but it's a great way to practice the scale, right? Okay, you can do this for even any rod you can do, right? So pa, da, ni, sa, ga, re, sa, ni, da, ni, sa, re. below the note you're starting from next, right? So pa, da, ni, sa, then ga, re, sa, ni. Then we start from da, ni, sa, re, ma, ga, re, sa, ni, sa, re, ga, pa, ma, ga, re. Right? And then pa, da, ni, sa, ga, re, sa, ni. So descending is a little trickier, but I'll write that down for you. Because we'll get a lot of these all across notes here. So this is more just like an exercise too. You call it on card. So you have, you just want to understand the pattern, right? Pa, da, ni, sa. Okay, so pa, da, ni, sa. And ga, re, sa, ni. Okay, and then so we got pa, da, ni, sa. Ga, re, sa, ni. And then we go from the ni. We go to our next starting, right? Which is da. So we're each starting each note of this scale sequentially. Pa, da, ni. You know what I mean? So each one. So just like we're playing the Sapat scale, but we're adding all these other notes in, right? So is that coming from the camera?
Yeah, I think something quick.
Okay. But I have to check. Okay. Anyways, da, ni, sa, re, right? And then so pa, da, pa, sa, na, sa, sa, ni, da, pa, da, ni, sa, ga, re, sa, ni, da, ni, sa, re, ma, ga, re, sa, right? And so also note, if you note this also, right? So every time, just to see, so this note, right, at the beginning of each 8-note group is going up by one step. And in this also, that second section is going to be one note higher, right? Ga, ma, next one will be pa, right? So you can think of those, so almost you think of the scale in two directions at the same time. So this is a great thing.
Yeah.
And so all these, but like I said, we'll add more because there's a ton of them, right? But we'll do these in each tat. So we'll go back to Kamach tat. You practice these in Kamach tat, right? And that'll, especially for the different fingerings, for the different notes, you're going to be able to get that note from any side.
I see.
You know what I mean? Because even if you just can play pa, da, ni, sa, re, ga, re, sa, ni, da, pa, what do you have to do? You know, re, ni, or ga, ni, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or any ornaments around